Hello, people. It's your boy Usmaan back again with another match preview. It's the big one. Well, I'm joking. It's not because Man City are irrelevant. They're still the noisy neighbours. They're the shit side of Manchester. We're the real side of Manchester. Last season, Manchester was red. And it's going to continue to be red. Make sure you drop a like. Just want to say massive thank you to everyone who subscribed. We finally got past 900. I thought I'd have white hair like my brother was. But somehow we've got there just before that. Just about that. So hopefully we can get to 1K. So shout out to all you guys. Of course, continue to subscribe. We're trying to get there in the near future. Anyways, let's introduce my panel. We have got the man himself, a regular at the moment. 3 in midfield's very own Kojo. What you saying, G?
I'm feeling good, my brother. It's been a good day. How you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. Obviously, I've been wagging work, so everything's good in it. No, I'm joking. Work, don't kill me, man. I know you must watch my shit, man. Allow me. I'm messing, man. I'm messing. And also, the kids are finally asleep. The man with the beard, the only other Asian that can get into Bob's stream. This Ali.
How you doing, guys? You alright? I'm good, man. You guys good?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Absolute pleasure having you on as always. And listen, our favorite Yank. There's only one we know, but he's the favorite regardless. None other than himself, Sean. What you saying, Sean?
Man, listen, it's just the Yank that you love to love.
Yes, love to see it. And obviously, you've got the Man United logo behind you because there's only one club in Manchester. So, very fitting for the video. Obviously, as always, get your comments in. Shout out to Mother Million Games, a homie. Notification gang, my guy, love you, bro. Hopefully, you're doing well. But listen, let's get straight into it. Manchester United v Manchester City. As we know, we're not going to touch upon what's happened in the week, but we need to bounce back. That's all I'm going to say. Ali, we'll start with you first and foremost because, I've spoken to Kojo yesterday, so I know how he's feeling in general. But, Ali, how are you feeling, man? How are you feeling going into this? What's your general sort of thoughts?
You know what? After a defeating week, man, it's been a really hard week. We need something to pick us up. And Saturday's that exact moment, man. It's a big game. It should pump you up regardless of what it is. It's a massive game. We need a confidence booster. So only 3 points will do. No draws, no losses. We need to go for the win this time, man.
Yeah, and obviously, in terms of the W, we have actually beaten them the last 2 occasions in the league. I believe I can't remember the season before. I'm not gonna lie, it's a blur. So feel free to let me know what the result was. But Sean, what are your thoughts? We have actually got the better of them under Ollie in particular. They seem to struggle against us under Ollie. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think that one thing this manager has shown over the last 2 seasons is the one thing he is typically decent at is setting up to counter a team and just sitting back and sitting deep. So I think the way City play the same way every time. So just sometimes styles make fights. And again, it's a derby. So, that all the record stuff is out the window. And then when you have the added benefit of the fact that most of us realize that we need a better manager. And every time he's in trouble, he goes on a masterclass run. So we're going to slap City tomorrow, no doubt. It sets up well for us.
Yeah, no, I think what you said that really is in terms of styles win fights. I seen an interview with Tyson Fury not so long ago. Someone asked him, "Who's your ideal fighter?" And he just straight away said, "Oh, AJ. AJ is the guy that I would. If I was to build an opponent, it would be AJ because obviously he suits my style in terms of I could beat him without obviously breaking the sweat, so to speak. And it's similar for Man United, isn't it, Cody? Really, if we were to build a style in terms of a team that we would like to, I'm not saying that Man City can't hit for 5 because of my, but I'm saying in terms of what Ollie generally, likes to see playing to our strengths, as Sean has rightly said, sitting back, countering. It's Man City in it because they don't have a clue about Plan B and they don't think about leaving the fullbacks back. They set everyone to get involved with the attack.
Yeah, no, that's facts. I guess what's his name? David Wasteman Moyes' wet dream of aspiring to be like City is what we're discussing here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm still angry about that comment 7 years later.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we don't have an identity. As crazy as that sounds for Manchester, big main.
David Moyes' team is losing 1-0.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. Oh yes, they are. Yeah, just now. So yeah, we're struggling for an identity, and their identity is quite clear. Whether people like it or not, the football they're playing.
Yeah.
So to be honest, I don't know if that's the football they play is the one I want to play. I just want something that makes us win consistently.
Yeah.
So yeah, screw City though, innit?
Yeah, no, look, obviously regarding us first and foremost, it's definitely his cruise rain. Because the thing is, right, we're sat here doing the preview and we do previews every single game. But the truth of the matter is we haven't got a clue what's gonna happen. We don't know what team's turning up, we don't know what lineup's playing, we don't know how they're gonna approach the game. You know, you saw against RB Leipzig, the first 30 minutes, you think that we're 5-0 up and it's the second leg. That's the way they were playing. Oh, no, don't worry about it. We're still 5-2. We're still 5-3. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. But I don't think they realized that it was a group stage. It wasn't actually first and second leg. Honest to God, the lack of intensity and desire to win the ball back in that first 30 minutes was absolutely disgusting, Ali. Like, if we have that similar intensity in this game, Man City are popping us off the park, aren't they? Let's be real, innit?
100%. And I think that's the issue with us, is the fact that we just don't seem to start games really well. And you just don't get how Leipzig was a massive game. Start on the front foot, press, be on the front foot. They just went up for it. And against Man City, they're a ball-playing team, so they'll just walk us off the park again. So we need to be up, we need to be up and running. I think the few things that we can guarantee is that he's going to play two CDMs, 100%. So we know he's going to have Fred and McTominay sitting in there. So we need to start on the front foot. We need to be aggressive, but controlled aggression. Don't be reckless and just run out of positions, etc. You need to be in your positions, but also hound them. Once you pressure on them, you'll get the ball back off them. And then, like I said, we've got the players up front to go and do the magic. But it's winning it in midfield, which is always our losing battle.
Yeah, no, you mentioned obviously controlled aggression. I think obviously falling into that category, discipline for me, something for whatever reason we've just lacked here. Like every single game we played in the last 4 or 5 games, you know, you got even back to the PSG game. I know we should have really won that game on a different day. Martial scores, but that game, you know, I keep saying the same thing. Your West Ham, your Southampton game, and of course the RB Leipzig. Every single first half performance has been dog shit defensively. Like, okay, everyone's talking about, oh, we came back in the second half. And as a fan, you love to finish well, obviously, because it's good for the spectacle and whatnot. But if you actually analyze the game, Sean, like, in terms of discipline, where is the defensive discipline at the moment? Like, if you're not going to offer anything going forward, at least make sure you're defensively sound. And those 2 goals, in particular, the first one from RB Leipzig, and the third one, to be fair, is absolutely pathetic defensively. And like Sean, like all these players even good enough to show that discipline. Yes, they can get off for these big games, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. Of course, it matters beating Man City, but if you beat Man City and lose to Sheffield United like the week after, like, do you know what I mean? Is there really any point at the moment?
Well, that's kind of what we're used to at the moment. We get up for big games, we win a game, everyone starts seeing, you see, I told you so, and they start talking about the managers head-to-head with people, as if Sir Alex didn't have a bad head-to-head against a lot of other managers. But that's a topic for another day. For me, I think that I'll tell you something that breaks my heart, man. I mean, I remember sitting and listening in my car over here in the States. We have a station that's a football station called Sirius XMFC, and I just remember them waxing lyrical about Aaron Wan-Bissaka when he was at Palace, about what he was going to be and what he would look like at City, or what he would look like in a Liverpool side, and all this kind of stuff. And last year we saw him brilliant for some time, but him getting beat on the back post, actually both of our fullbacks always get beat on the back post. It makes me think that it's a tactical issue, because in that first goal, the discipline was so bad. If you go back and look at it again, AWB was almost at the penalty spot. I mean, how are you at the penalty spot? Yeah. I mean, when you're in a back 5 anyway, it was the whole thing was crazy. And so I'm starting to think that being told to pinch in so far is something that we're getting from the coaching staff, because it doesn't make any sense. It's schoolboy defending. My U12s don't make that mistake. You know, it's like, and it's not that we just seen it once. It's over and over and over. And now it's happening on both sides. Even tell us you see the same thing happening. So it's just very frustrating when we see some of the schoolboy errors. And when we had it the other day, we had 2 DMs in front of 3 center backs. Bro, this ain't even football, bro. And when you hear people talking about, oh, Manchester United, it's in our DNA to go to win. You lying, fam, because you went and set up hoping for a draw. You know what I'm saying? We all can see it. So how can we all see this, and yet other people don't want to acknowledge what's going on? Ultimately, I think that the good thing about this game, though, I wouldn't even mind seeing the same formation, even though I hate it, in this next game. But I would make 2 changes, and both of them will be counter-attacking changes, because that's our chance to win this game. We're obviously not going to come out. I agree with what Ali said. We're not going to come out and like have a go at them. We're going to sit back and look to counter.
Yeah, no, I definitely think we're going to sit back and counter. Harris, just to obviously bring you in here with what we discussed in prior is the defensive discipline at the moment is embarrassing, basically. You know, we saw with the back five, in some moments we've been brilliant. Against RB Leipzig, well, against PSU, we have been brilliant, really, with the back five. Against RB Leipzig, we saw the other side of it. You know, would you go for a back five in this game as well? Because you know Man City are very good at shifting the ball. Do you think we need to go for a back five, or what do you reckon?
I personally think, yeah, we need to go for a back five. We've done it before. It's worked. City under a low block, I'm going to be honest, they kind of run out of ideas. I can't lie, it didn't work when we went to Leipzig, but I don't see these players making the same mistakes twice. And when Ollie's back's against the wall, yeah, he comes out with a result. These players always come out with a result when it's needed. Because let's be honest, we're not in the, like a lot of United fans, they're not in the greatest of spirits right now. But I think this City game, they'll win it. We'll hit them on the counter, score 1 or 2 goals, and that's it. And you'll just see Pep Guardiola crying over it. But yeah, I just see one of them ones happening.
That's a good point. When our back's against the wall, Kojo, we need to win the game. Somehow, Ollie pulls the rabbit out of the hat every single time. But, you know, Harris, you said one thing, that these guys aren't going to make the same mistake again. They're flipping are going to make the same mistake. They've shown us time and time again, as I said on Sonny's preview, that if they score from another near post goal, I might smash the TV from the corner.
No, 100%.
It's 3 games in a row. Like, you can see from it. Like, surely one of you, like, if that's Maguire, obviously I'm not expecting Maguire to do that, but surely someone in that team is going to be like, oh, listen, just leave the front post to me, man. I'll deal with it. Like, that's what you'd expect. You know, I know we used to have Zlatan used to do that. Cavani's come and he's done that job. Like, Kojo, in terms of, you know, the players, as Harris has said, do you think we're going to have a reaction? And in particular, how do you think we need to approach this first half? Because if it's anything that we've seen in the last couple of games, it's goodbye Sienna in the first half, man.
I honestly don't know how I would approach this game because I don't trust them. I don't trust any of them. Like, real talk, I don't trust them. We can talk about bounce back. When was the last time Man United did a real bounce back? You know, a couple of years ago, Man United would lose like a game 1 or 2-1, and then you see that the next game we win it 4-0 because we're angry. Like, we were certified. No matter the opponent, you come back with that vengeance. Let's just assert your authority.
God, just to throw this in here, because I know there's a couple. Obviously, there's Ollie-ins as well. They're going to be saying in the league, if we win this game tomorrow, we're 5 in a row. So, like, what your thought? So, in that sense, they're going to say, you know, we're on a bit of form. This is 5 in a row. You know, Man United turn the corner. What your thoughts?
That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts. Honestly, I'm tired. I'm actually tired of hearing that. Like that number one. If we're 2 points off top at the end of this game in hand thingy, that's a shame on the Premier League because Tottenham and Liverpool are supposed to be in big form, and we're 2 points behind them in poor form. That says a lot about the English Premier League than anything else.
100%.
But on top of that, like, at the end of the day, quite frankly, we could go 2 points behind. We could end Christmas on top of the league. The inevitable always happens. It's time to get used to that. We've been in good positions so many times in the last couple of years, and we've always fumbled it. And that's not me trying to, you know, dumb down some expectations, because I understand Man United, we've won the most Premier Leagues and this, that, and the other. So the expectation will always be high. But we're not levels. And these players,
100%.
a lot of them are just not levels. We talk about making signings and we're this close. I still don't know if we're this close because
I swear to God. I'm on about the different manager, by the way. I'm not on about under Ali.
Oh, yeah. Oh, trust me. When it comes to that, trust me.
World class, not with Ali, not with Ali. If we put proper CDM in there and get a natural right winger, I think our team's not that bad.
And a new centre back. And a new centre back.
Yeah. I do think
Maguire, not Lindelof. That's what I'm saying now.
The bullshit.
Oh, Harris, you're my G already. See, I like that comment. I like that comment. Don't worry, I got you. But in terms of how we approach the game, quickly, I don't know if we're going to go 5. It might be smart to go 4 and sort of approach the game how Tottenham did, because Tottenham had, well, we don't have a Højbjerg because no one plays DM and does their job properly. But at least we have an engine. We have an engine. He's not stronger. He's not as strong as
Fred's
Sissoko.
back for this game.
But exactly, Fred is an engine. If you get to do the Sissoko role, just chase him back, and then if someone's out of position, you cover for them. I think that makes more sense. But we don't have a DM that will hold and do that job perfectly, and that's the biggest issue. So it might. Well, it's not gonna. It's not a might. He's gonna bring in Fred and his boy. There's no if, buts or maybes about that. And Bruno's gonna be the only one that's gonna be able to create for anything from midfield yet again. So.
What's the Cavani and Martial situation? Does anyone know?
Martial's back, he said in the press conference. I don't think Cavani's back.
No, that's peak, man. Martial's gonna have to do him over again.
He was having a fitness test.
Listen, my boy Martial's gonna do the thing again. We got a comment here from. I've got a few comments here. I will read them out. Unofficial pundit basically slagging off the whole team. Starting with it's very simple and calling everyone in the team shit, including Ollie, which I don't think many will disagree with at the moment.
Nope.
Also, we have got passes to you, Ali. Do you think we saw the importance of Fred within this team not having him against RB Leipzig?
No.
Fred is Fred's number one.
We've bowled games with him anyway, so I don't see no difference. No, not you. I'm directed it towards my boy Wes. I love you too, bro, but no. Yeah? No. No.
So you're both saying no, all right. Does anyone have a different opinion to that? Sean, what's your thoughts on Fred? Is he that important for us?
No, the thing with Fred that has always got me, I've always thought he was a baller, but the thing that always concerns me is, let's be honest, he's not press resistant. So the problem with Fred sometimes is his first touch lets him down. Besides that, I think he's amazing. Fred's one of those guys, that baffles the mind, because he can be solid and good, and then all of a sudden put in a game that you're like, who is this guy? But ultimately, of course, when you're playing with Mick Passion and Matic, who's about my age, I call him Mick Passion because that's all he offers is passion. He might as well be shooting adult films because he has no business starting for Manchester United. I won't say the guy by his name. How is that guy starting ahead of Donny van de Beek? Tell me one thing that guy does better than Donny. I don't know it.
His knee slides are decent, to be fair.
What's that?
His knee slides are pretty good after he scores the winner.
See, that's what I'll say. He does it against Man City and he does it in the big games. Hey, he does this real well.
Nah, he does it in the big games, man.
I do agree. Arsenal as well. Arsenal, he scored
Arsenal on a big game. They're a shit team, man.
True. But Usmaan, let me ask you this question, and this is becoming quite concerning. Do you think we're becoming bottlers? Because Sevilla, semi-finals.
100%.
And becoming bottlers.
We are bottlers. We're bottler FC, man.
Because
every game that's been important or had any relevance, we can win 7 in a row, right? And then we'll have the one game. Let's just say we got 2 games left. We're going to West Brom, I don't know, Crystal Palace. We need to get 3 points to win the league. We beat Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, all on the way. We'll lose to West Brom. We'll fucking draw to Crystal Palace. Like when the pressure's on us, when have we come out on the side? Like generally, this game, the Man City game, people say the pressure is on us. The pressure is not on us because it's early in the season. We lose this game. In the grand scheme of things, you can pull things back. If this is like the last 3 games of the season, and we have to win this game, we don't turn up. Look at that Leicester game, last game of the season. We didn't turn up. Leicester were dog shit. We got lucky that Lingard bloody scored. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we didn't turn up at all that game. We got lucky that Leicester team were absolutely shocking. They had to help us with the OG and that. But like, we complete bottle jobs. That's the problem for me personally.
And that's a mentality issue. And I think that's coming from the manager. And Bruno and some other players in the team uphold it, yeah. But you can see the manager's mentality when he's giving the wrong players the captaincy, the things that he's saying in training. Like, bro, you can tell everything's not right with this manager. It's just a matter of when he's gonna get sacked. Because I don't think he's getting the best out of the players. He's only got the best out of the forwards, but not the midfielders or defenders. No consistent team. It's gonna. You see, for example, I think the team morale is not high as well. Van der Beek not starting a game, clear of McTominay. Tuanzebe had the game of his life. Imagine getting dropped the next game after you had the game of your life. Your confidence would drop. You'd be like, "What did I do wrong, fam?" It's one of them ones there, fam, and it's just becoming ridiculous at this point. I feel like Van der Beek, £40 million. What's the point of buying him if we're not going to start? Pogba on the bench. Okay, so what? His agent came out and said that, yeah. But you played him when everything was going wrong in the Leipzig game anyway. So it just shows when Ollie's scared, yeah, he's willing to do anything in it. That's
There's
why I
no
think
point
this
taking this moral high ground and then putting him on the
100%.
bench and then subbing him on when you need fucking help. It's just pointless, isn't it?
Pointless.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you either take the moral high ground and take him out of the squad completely, or you start him because you can't start him. Who was it? McTominay and Matic.
Yeah.
That's Jose Mourinho-esque. If Jose's done that, people are after his neck. But now Ollie's doing it. Nah, it's all right. It's the right thing to do. But listen, let's talk about the midfield and what everyone's going to go for, because my midfield's probably going to surprise a few people. But Prime has joined us from the other side. Welcome, Prime. Obviously, a bit of unbiased, hopefully. You know, it is where you probably hate my seat as well, so it's all good, isn't it? But listen, Prime, we'll just get your thoughts before. We just discussing, you know, the lack of discipline as well in the defence. But most importantly, the manner in which we start the first half and then the second half polar opposite. Like, you know, if we do that against Man City, we're getting battered up on me, really.
You won't. You'll beat Man City.
Come on. I love that, Prime. I love that.
No, but it's only due to the way that how Man City play. And we know what Pep's like in these big games. He would try and do something and prove how smart he is. Like against Spurs, he didn't start De Bruyne, or he didn't start De Bruyne. He didn't start Aguero. He didn't play Sterling, and he tried to do some weird tactical thing, and it didn't work, and he got beat 2-0. So, like, I think he'll beat them, or at least get a result out of them anyway. I don't see them battering you guys.
I'll be honest with you. If we got battered by Spurs, so anything's possible. You know, I never thought I'd see that in my lifetime. I thought I'd be dead by the time shit like that happened. Or like, you obviously small club or whatnot. But in terms of, you know, Pep doing something dodgy, like, for me personally, is my only worry is, do we have the ability to get out? Because like against Man City, we have been very good of late. You know, we've got the ball out, we've counter-attacked them. And this is where it comes down to the midfield, man. The midfield for me is, you know, of course, it always wins and loses a game. But who is your midfield three? Sean, we'll start with you. We know he's going to, well, we don't know if he's going to go 5 at the back. Obviously, you can let me know regarding that. But we'll just do the midfield three regardless anyways. So even if he goes 5 at the back, it'll be 2 DMs and a cam. Who are you going for, Sean?
Yeah, for me, it's different between what I would do versus what we know is going to happen. So what we know is going to happen.
Yeah, we know who's going to play.
It's going to be his favorite son, McPassion. He's going to be in. Now, McPassion should be replaced by Van de Beek. And then it's going to be McPassion and Fred. But I think that
what happened to McSauce?
No, McSauce, bro. McPassion. We don't.
We're giving that
I
name
can't say
ironically.
his
You know what I'm saying?
because all these people even from different channels, they keep a running count. They got this thing that if I say his name, I have to donate to charity. So it's McPassion. So at the end of the day, McPassion and Fred with Bruno in front. That's what I think is going to end up happening. But I would switch out KDB because every single thing except the knee slides. Shout out to Usmaan. He does better.
Yo, when that second goal went in, that was beautiful, bro.
Oh yeah.
That was scenes.
That's us. We're Moments FC.
Yeah,
Come on.
That's us.
That's what it's all about. Listen,
Individual brilliance,
right?
FC.
Benji's put in the chat. You got a PSG top on, Ali.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Rob,
Come
man's gone over to PSG.
No,
Bro, you got to support one team in the Champions League.
I respect it. I respect it.
No,
I respect it.
I'll wear my chest. I don't give a shit, man. No.
Man saw that
Yeah.
Neymar hat trick and was like, yeah.
Yeah, man's on the wall. I'm on the wrong side, you know. Listen, I was saying to Cody the other day, I wish, obviously, PSG go all the way, but I just remember Tuchel was a racist prick, so they could piss off.
Yeah.
So, you know, PSG.
He's a racist.
Man was he's a racist sympathizer. Man defending that fourth official, man. Like,
He was, wasn't he?
He was fighting for him with fucking.
He was like, "Did somebody hear it? Did someone hear it?"
Yeah. No one's asked you, your waste, man.
He's a pagan.
But anyways, that's not. I've gone off topic. Right, Cody, what do you reckon? What's your midfield three? What are you going for?
I got Bruno. I'll go.
Coach, cheer up, man. It's a
You can
Manchester
tell he's
derby.
disappointed,
Come on,
fam.
Yeah, because
You
I
don't
know
wanna say it.
it's
You
gonna
don't
be
wanna
Fred
say it.
and
Listen, if you
McFillet
win
or
this, we're in
fish.
the title
So
race. Come on,
McMuffin, bro.
Come on.
He said McFillet.
exactly, Mac chicken sandwich. Actually, that's quite nice. He's more like a fillet of fish, isn't it?
Respect your center mid, mix
I
sauce.
know, Prime. Tell these
No,
lads,
no,
man.
no,
I
no.
just want
He
names
got
to-
that name in ironically because he lacks so much sauce.
Because I'm seasoned.
He's like our Jamie Oliver.
He's basic, bro. McChips.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll go Bruno, I'll go Fred, and I'll go Van de Beek.
Yeah, I don't
You're
think
being
that's-
too optimistic there, fam. You're being too
No.
optimistic.
That made me happy.
I
That's
know
what
what's
he's
gonna
going
happen.
for.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying what I want to see,
I want
but
to
I
see.
know what's gonna happen. Don't worry.
Nah,
In fact,
nah.
you know what? He
It's-
might even put Matic in there just for banter.
Nah.
Don't worry.
Fred McTominay are definitely playing together hand in hand, innit? Harris, what's your midfield do? What are you going for to win this game?
I'm gonna go Fred. Brother, Fred McTominay, and obviously his bloody love child, and
No, who are
obviously
you
Bruno
going for?
Fernandes.
Who are you going for?
Who would I go for? If we
Yeah.
play five at the back, I would play Van der Beek, Pogba, and Bruno. See where I'm going with that.
Raw, you're trying to get slapped.
Yeah,
No,
but
you know
you're
what?
from a
I like
Spurs
that
fan.
vim.
You're a
I
Spurs
like
fan.
that vim. I like that vim.
If you have 5 defenders, yeah, that makes up for the CDM you have. And you know what? Our
We had
strongest
5
point
defenders
isn't.
against Leipzig. We had 5 defenders against
You
Leipzig.
know
and got
what?
whooped.
Okay, I know.
Anyways, man.
This is
You know what I mean?
alright. That is
You
true.
can't
But
defend anyways.
I
Like,
feel
as
like
you said, Maguire's at the back with Lindelof, man. You might as well just allow it, man. Just see what
Yeah,
happens
true.
to it, really. If it's 6-5, it's 6-5, innit? Top 10.
yeah, exactly. And I feel like
Man
we're
Fancy
says
out
if
football
we
points,
get
man. It's
this
so
point.
good, man. So good.
Man says
Listen,
if we
Ali,
get
what do you
beat, we
reckon?
get
Who are
beat.
you going for? What are your thoughts?
It should be Bruno, Fred, and Van der Beek, but he hasn't got the balls to do it. He'll play he'll play McNosauce, he'll play Fred, he'll play Bruno.
You probably play Pogba in this
I'm
game.
not liking the disrespect to McTominay. I'm not gonna lie, you know. I'm just gonna listen.
Budget. He's
The guy,
little,
he's a
man.
squad player, right? And every time he plays in these big games, he pulls in a performance, man. He's fucking clattering people. When we beat PSG, right? 3 times we beat PSG. McTominay's been arguably one of the best.
But when
players
it
in the game.
mattered, we didn't. So it doesn't
Wasn't-
matter.
Yeah, but then-
Wasn't McTominay spun like a Beyblade at Paris?
Yeah.
Yes,
Who
yes,
won?
Bro.
Who won?
yes. He got
I'm just asking the question.
Name
I'm
was
just
not
asking the
scoring. Name one
question.
player. Name was
He had a
not
Coquelin
scoring.
moment.
Tell me one player. He's fucking catched everyone's body on the pitch, but at one point in his life. Listen,
Don't worry. When
You get
Chelsea,
done by John O'Shea on Figo, then that's
don't
a
worry.
different
When
story.
Chelsea play PSG in the Champions League, you guys don't know about that now. We'll put Neymar in. Don't worry.
You know what?
Prime a
No,
Chelsea fan. We're prime a
You
Chelsea
know
fan.
what? If you get popped here, you're coming onto this platform. We're coming for you.
Yeah,
Yeah?
word. Big man thing.
Okay, cool. That's big words, you know. Okay.
I said, you noticed that I laughed when I said that. Yeah, I wasn't serious.
No,
I
you
don't
can't
care.
go back.
I don't care.
You can't
The
go back
agenda
on that,
started.
man.
The agenda started
Bro,
now.
you started a
listen,
war,
we
blood.
Listen,
Exactly.
none of you mentioned my midfield that I knew no one would. I'll tell you now.
No, go on, Izzy.
Fucking
Go on, Izzy.
Paul Pogba should be starting this game. He's
Big
not
up,
going
Usmaan.
to. He played very good against West Ham. He's never going to start this game. He played good against West Ham. His cameo against Philippine RB Leipzig almost won us the game. If somebody in there, I was so pissed off, right? He goes past, it's the last kick of the game. He goes past their fullback, crosses the ball. Okay, granted, we almost got lucky on goal. Where's the attackers in the team?
Yeah, I remember that.
There should be 7 man in the box.
Come on.
Yeah.
There's Van der Beek's the only man in the box. Bruno's not there. Rashford's not there. Greenwood's not there. Fucking
Just
Maguire's
vibes
in
FC
the
in
box.
it. You get me? One of
If
them ones
it's the
there.
last kick of the game, we almost got the jammiest own goal, yeah. But Pogba, the criticism that Koja has of De Bruyne, and Daniel has, and Keisha has, clutch moments. Pogba has done it in important
100%.
moments for us. He has. Like, okay, granted, not
From
consistently,
DM, bro.
but he never shies away from the ball. Even when he's playing shit, he wants the ball. And this is the kind of game, yeah, that, okay, granted, he could get violated here, I'm not going to lie. But for me personally, I'd go Fred, Pogba, and Bruno. Very attacking, but Pogba's good enough, man. I don't understand why he's not
100%.
Do I get a say?
Go
Ollie.
on, Prime.
I'd go McTominay, Fred, and Bruno.
That's what Ollie's doing. That's what
You
Ollie's
know
doing.
why? You know why?
Go on.
Because you play on the counter. You play on the counter attack against them, you win. What you're saying? Play Fred, Bruno, and Pogba, or something?
Listen,
No,
Pogba-
that's Or that's too
distribution on the
attacking.
counter attack is second to none. Like, this
I
guy's
no,
got-
I get that, but you need to be shored up
Yeah, no,
defensively
we
in
can't
order to
defend
break.
anything.
Was
With
Scott
Tommy
good
and Fred,
defensively?
Yeah, but you can't defend. You can't
Tommy and
defend.
Fred, statistically, when they play together, their ratio, and maybe it's just due to the fact that they understand each other's game, the ratio playing together is a lot better than any other of your midfield combinations.
I like to point out
And you've got to play Bruno because, yeah. So
I like to point out in that those games that you're referring to, Pogba or Van der Beek came off the bench and won the game for us. I just want to put that out there.
Come on.
yeah, exactly.
Why-
And that's
why-
why you have
why do we have
Pogba
to go
and
for a
or that's why you have
Oh,
Pogba
so you
and
want to come
Van
off the bench after?
The
yeah.
thing is, for me, right, he could quite easily, and I know this is never going to happen in the Blue Moon, but he could quite easily go for a diamond against Man City because we know Man City. Okay, yeah, they're good. They're okay going down the wing in terms of the cutback. They love a cutback, don't they? Obviously for a tap in, but they love playing down the middle of the pitch. If you pack the midfield, it's going to be difficult for them. We did it against RB Leipzig. We made it very difficult for him. And I don't see why Pogba, even if you were to chuck in McTominay, Pogba, McTominay, Bruno,
Don't you
and Fred, I don't see why that couldn't be a midfield.
Don't you need width? Don't you need width from your fullbacks to play a diamond?
We're not gonna get out anyway.
Have you seen our fullbacks?
Yeah,
We're
come
not-
on.
we're not-
Where's the width?
That's the point he's making.
Yeah, I still think it could work, man. For me personally, like people said it couldn't work against RB Leipzig, and we did it against RB Leipzig. We were devastating, and we played very similar in terms of we sat by, counter pressed them, and obviously we hit them on the break with the diamond or similar.
Oh, was that when you battered them 5-0?
Yeah, that's what exactly.
Yeah,
Really big start. Van de
I
Beek
watched
started.
that game. I watched that game, the way Leipzig play, they're kind of like high intensity press in like 15, 20 minutes, and then they drop off. They play in kind of bursts, and you got through that period, and then it became kind of a lot more easier. Like in the last game you played against them, what was it? 2 goals up in like quick succession.
Man, still depressed
No,
over
no,
that
no,
game.
no. Take away your depression. It was like 2-0 up in quick succession. If you guys had got through that and 0-0, I think you would have got something from that game.
No, the last game we played against RB Leipzig, right? He went for 5 at the back. He went very defensive.
Two DMs.
And we had no outgoal. We had no counter attack because there's no one to break the lines and get the ball forward quickly. That's why for me, Pogba or Van der Beek, one of them two, realistically, Van der Beek has to start. I personally start Pogba because I think 2 goals in 2 games. Yeah, granted, his agent said what he said, but he's doing okay at the moment. Like, you know what I mean? He's a confidence player. Their midfield's nothing special either, man. They've got fucking Rodri in there. Do you know what I mean? That guy can start. Like, let's talk about Manchester City's threats then. We'll start with you first, Kojo. What do you reckon, Manchester City? What are the major threats for them? What do you think?
Obviously,
You know.
Nah, he ain't playing that game though.
Some people are saying he's not playing. Some people say he is.
he'll probably be on the bench. He'll probably be on the bench, which is yeah.
But yeah, Kojo, what do you reckon? Who's the main threats?
You guys are shocked. What you're asking about?
Who's not stuck with Aguero, man? That guy's a problem, man. He's a problem. What do you reckon?
I think
he's gonna cause us problems.
definitely. We already know who the chief creator is, so he'll definitely cause us problems. I'm worried that they'll start Mahrez because I feel like Mahrez on the dribble against Telles could be hell on earth to watch. So I'm hoping that he starts Bernardo Silva instead, which would be an absolute dream. Gabriel Jesus' movement is a problem. He's not clinical. But
100%.
how much do you bet that he's going to try and be clinical against Man United? So he's another problem. And finally, what's this guy's name? Ruben Diaz. No, Ruben Diaz, actually. I mean, Torres is a problem, but Ruben Diaz, just because he's starting to score so easy with Laporte. And he's quite good in the air. He scores goals for Portugal as well.
Look at this comment. Aguero, my captain's back backyard.
You know what? I'm just going to continue with what I'm saying because...
How is Bruno going to be guarding Aguero?
Diaz scores goal for Portugal as well. He's very underrated going forward in terms of corners and set pieces. That see, I've been good at corners for a long time. He helps improve that ratio. So that's another danger man. And if Maguire, the guy's captain, the guy that commented his captain wants to go and mark our fullbacks again, then so yeah. But hey, that's your captain, isn't it?
Hashtag not my captain in it. Allow the people.
Not even my defender.
The way you guys slate Maguire is actually mad. I would have taken him at Chelsea last season.
What? Because you have Rudiger, bro.
No. In terms of like
Surely Rudiger's better than Maguire.
building a partnership.
Yeah,
and stuff,
Rudiger is
stability.
better than Maguire. I'll tell you that now.
I would have played.
Bro. He's mad
No,
shaky.
but Rudiger, I don't rate anyway. I would have played Maguire with Zuma last season
Aye.
as a partnership.
Why?
And
I
you
think
man
they're-
would be you man would come a lot lower than you already are right now. So I would have taken
No.
that. If only-
I did not say. I did not say this season. I did not say this season. We have Thiago Silva, who is
Even
clear.
last season, bruv.
Last
Season,
Last
you man-
season. So what you're saying is, but basically, you would have been okay with seeing him and Zuma with Kepa behind you.
It was better than what we had, I think.
Oh yeah. I mean, Christensen and Rudiger. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
But-
keep in mind, it was, for me, keep in mind, I would have taken anything as an improvement. That's why for me, this season, I didn't expect Thiago Silva to just be available like this. For me, I was thinking get someone experienced like a Johnny Evans or something, or you build a partnership with Tomori. But then Phil Jones.
Yeah, take Phil Jones. I heard he's
You're trying to banter
take
me.
him.
You're trying to banter me with Phil Jones, the same man who said he's not having a testimonial.
Nah,
There's no
take
one
Phil
coming.
Jones, man. He'll be good, man.
I'll go to his testimonial. I think it'll be a fun day.
I would.
Yeah, we'll give you Pereira as well, and then you need a bit.
The only reason why you'll go is because you know the tickets will be free.
Oh yeah, I get first pictures as well. That's a United legend now, isn't it? 10 years.
Oh,
Come on.
God.
No, but apparently he said he
testimonial.
didn't want to do a testimonial though, Phil Jones.
I know because
He-
only his
he-
parents.
he-
No
No,
one
come
will
on.
come. That's what he said.
No rock up.
Well, Phil Jones, if you're
Because of-
listening to
because
this,
of
I'm
COVID,
coming.
Because of COVID, not because obviously we don't think he's a legend. Obviously, it's because of COVID. Isn't it? But Ali, listen, let's come back to this game itself. You know, we know who the Man City threats are, but in terms of the game itself, how do you think it's going to pan out? What are you expecting from this spectacle of us parking the bus and hoping to nick a goal?
Sorry, I can't stay on long. I need to head out now, but I just want to say 4-1 Man United. I'm actually not even joking. You'll beat
I
them.
pray that happens, fam. I pray that happens. But
I'm
it's
saying
not
if
gonna
that
happen.
happens, I don't know. I need to box off with some form of present. I'll buy you a Chelsea shirt, whatever name on back you want. And
Yeah,
we've been
100%,
4-1.
yeah.
I'll send you my kid's Pulisic jersey.
Yeah, I'll buy you any Chelsea player's name shirt back on it.
Yeah, Maguire hat trick.
Alright, bruv. If that happens,
Leave it, man. He's bantering now. He's bantering now.
Ladimus, I'm cheap, so if it happens, I'll just buy you that chicken and chips.
Fantastic chicken and chips.
Bro, if that happens, I'm doing the next show topless.
Now I hope it happens. But yeah, see you boys. Enjoy. Take care, everyone. Bless me.
Thank you for coming on, brother.
Peace.
God bless. Right, yeah, Ali, as I was saying, how do you think how do you think the game's gonna pan out? What do you think?
See, they're going to hold the ball. They're going to press us. They're going to outpass us. We're going to run around, start taking spaces, and just hit them on the counter attack. It's as simple as that. It's going to be 4-2-3-1.
Game plan.
We're going to sit back. They're going to hold the ball, vast majority of possession, and then somehow we're going to have to try and get Bruno, Martial, Rashford, and Greenwood to try and create something. We've got half the team sit back and defending, so they'll just outrun us, man, and we'll just hit them on the break. That's all it is. On the break.
It's simple Ollie ball, man. We ain't got no tactics coming into this game. You get me?
Come on, man. We got a comedy from Mohammed, Damiz, Derikali, and that. Where is the positivity? Ollie beating Pep
This is the same guy that said Maguire. Oh, man.
Every time, my manager.
Let me say this now. Innit? Yeah. He's saying where was he beat Pep 3 times, I'll give you that. But one of the times was a 1-0 when City already beat us 3-1 the previous leg. So does it matter, fam? I would have rather, won the Carling it's not even called the Carling Cup no more, the Carabao Cup. Carabao Cup, than beat City 2 times. Because at least we have a trophy in our locker. But you know what? It is what it is, isn't it? Like we got 6 points at the end of the day from it. We'll beat them again, but this game has no meaning to it. It's one of them ones there. But there's no consistency with Ollie. I don't see us going anywhere. Well, we've just become bottlers under this manager. Standards lower. It's just another day at the office for the guy living his dream job. Him and the Galo.
Galo, man, bro.
Bro, that's nothing but fact.
Listen, sure, that is facts to be fair, I can't deny it. But sure, listen, look, this game does have some form of meaning. If we win this game, you know, the newspapers, the match not saying about the title race, a bit of false positivity surrounding the club. Ed Woodward won't sign anyone. You know the general thing. If we actually win this game, you might think, you know, everything's fine in the garden, basically, isn't it?
Well,
100%.
yeah. Well, we already have half the fan base thinks we're in a title race just because they're looking at game in hands, and they're actually trying to use form from last year as in points. Like we remember last year.
Sean, you're a real one, bro.
Before Bruno, we remember Burnley. We remember Southampton.
I was there,
Villa.
See, here's what
Liverpool
people
2-0.
forget, Usman. People forget the last 2 league games we should have lost. We could have been down 3 or 4-0 both games at halftime. Individual players. So here's the player that I don't even rate like that, but the player that could change this game because he always somehow gets something against City. And it's man like Sonic, bro. It's Sonic.
Who's Sonic?
Dan James.
I think I said Martial, man.
Dan James, every time he plays against City, even before he came to the club, because they press so high, somehow this guy always gets behind them. So I wouldn't be shocked if this guy, again, he'll get behind them, score some goal and win, and everyone will be talking about the next Ryan Giggs because you know how our fan base is. But the one player that they have, you know, that has me nervous tomorrow isn't Mahrez, even though we know Mahrez he's class. Is actually Sterling. And I'm gonna tell you why.
No, he ain't never scored against us though.
This guy has never scored against United, you know. Never. Like there's a first time for everything. It would just happen to be tomorrow. This brother finally gets it done.
Now, to be fair, Sterling back post, tapping open there. Yo, bro, come on, don't tell me.
Mahrez is scary tomorrow. Mahrez is going to be scary for sure.
Bro, don't tell me. And to be fair, she said what I was thinking as well. I can't believe you said
I didn't expect it to come out my mouth. I don't rate the guy who's not coming out. But since we're playing on the counter, since we're going to play on the counter, you use the strengths of your team for what they have. Dan James is good when you can sit back and get in behind with pace. Him and Rashford give problems to teams like City. And like I said, I don't rate him like that, but I'm telling you, he's okay. Go back and watch the impact he's had against City in previous games. Like I said, I don't even rate the guy.
I do hear your point. Let's actually do our front three because we haven't actually done it. So everyone's done their midfield. I've gone for Pogba, which no one's going to agree with, which is fine. You know what, Sean, we'll start with you. Who is your front three? So obviously Dan James is on the right wing. Who else have you got?
We're not gonna play a front three most likely, but if we do, it would be my front three would be Marcus, Tony if he's healthy, and Mason. But I'm telling you, this is a game where if we're going to just play counter, then we have to play either probably Dan James because here's the thing that he does do. And again, I can't stand this that we make this our team all about passion, but he does work hard and get back. So at the end of the day, people will clip this up because of how I've slated this guy in the past. I just think that this is a game that Ole could use one of his favorite sons and put him in and have an excuse to. But that's what I think will happen up top.
And you know what? Now that you said it, I've got to be honest with you. I think I agree with you. Because the amount of space that City leaving behind, bro, he's just going to have...
Kick and run. That's all he's good at.
Just get Sonic on.
He's a pace merchant.
Scores. He finally scored. I can tell everyone on the WhatsApp group. I told you about Martial. You know, it is what it is. Listen, let's get everyone else's teams that are what's the saying? Drop a like. That's the wrong comment. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new.
Come on, drop a like. You know the
drop a like anyways. But Cody, listen, who's your front three? Are you going for Dan James or are you going for Juan Mata? Which one?
Allow Juan Mata, bro.
Everyone says allow Juan Mata. Then when he doesn't assist, it's like, oh yeah, that's my guy. Get there.
No, but not against the big teams, innit? If we're playing this counter-attack football, I don't think he works in it.
No.
Okay. Anyway, God have mercy on my soul.
But that assist last week was sensual. Though.
Yeah, but that's against West Ham, though. I'm saying I don't mind. When he plays West Ham, I'm all for that. I don't mind. But we saw against Chelsea, man, definitely weren't working that game, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree with Harris. I don't think this ain't the game for Mata. Cody, what do you reckon? Who's your front three? Are you going for?
My front three would be Rashford on the right, Martial on the left. I'm assuming Cavani's probably going to be there.
Nah, he ain't. Trust me. I'll watch No,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you
listened to the press
100% sure.
conference.
100%. He's
Yeah,
actually out.
he's
Yeah, they said
All right,
this
then
week tomorrow.
forget him. Then I put Greenwood. If Greenwood was gonna play, I want Greenwood to be my number 9 tomorrow.
come on, you get me. Greenwood hat trick in it, one of
I
them
want my
ones there.
Greenwood to be my number 9. He's the most clinical finisher out of the three for me, in my
Yeah, yeah.
opinion. I think Martial coming off the left would actually be better for him. He has the ball to feet, take on players. Rashford down the right helped out Wan-Bissaka quite well last time as well, and it was actually a threat going forward. Of course, decision making being a damn problem, but hopefully he finds his decision making for one night only in it, especially with Dish and Rashford. So yeah, but then I hear what Shaw's saying. If Daniel James comes off the bench, what's gonna happen? He probably will make an impact, help us get a goal, and then the next day you'll see on the United Instagram page.
Compilations.
They'll do no compilation. They'll do like a video. You see gold rings in front of him, and you hear the bring, bring as he
Oh, God.
up to the assist. So yeah, that's my front three anyway.
I'm suing for copyright if they do.
Legit, yeah. Oh God, Ali, who's your front three then? Are you going for something similar to the boys, or what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm actually going to same with Kojo. I don't think Mason works on the right. I think Mason, like I said, naturally up front. The man's a gunman, so chuck him in the middle, Marshall on the left, Rashford on the right.
No, Rashford on the right. I think he's been quite good on the right side of the pitch.
No, he
I
has.
think
He has.
I think he's improved on the right. I think he looks better on that side, to be honest.
He's been right,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie. I'm not saying don't bite right winger now because Rashford can play there because we don't go the right wing. But I definitely think he's probably better suited there because his decision making doesn't have to come into play because he's thinking about should I cut
It's
in,
natural.
should I cut in? You send your right foot, mate. You either pass it or you shoot, mate. Simple as that. He doesn't have to think too much. Harris, what do you reckon? Who's your front three? You going for Matter?
I think it's going to be Rashford, Martial, Greenwood. I just want to say this. I want Greenwood to bag a goal because I hate hearing this, oh, he hasn't scored against the big six. Like, do you not hear that on Twitter?
He's 19.
Yeah,
I don't
know.
listen to Twitter, man. Those people's crazy.
Bro, it's just all the time, oh, Martinelli scored, bro. Oh, like, bro,
Forget Martinelli, man. Don't worry about Martinelli.
You get
Ignore
me,
that.
but it's
Yeah,
so
Harris,
small.
Harris, don't worry about these big
Bro,
six.
someone had the cheek to tell me he ain't a good player because he ain't scored against the big six. I'm like, bro, allow you, fam. There's no way you're telling me
Talking
this
about
guy's
Bamian,
bad.
don't worry.
Come.
Don't worry about it.
Martinelli, you know.
That guy's poor kid. He's flipping, been on a stretcher for about a year now. But listen, you know what, Sean? I think you've convinced me on his Sonic. I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking Greenwood right, but then I'm thinking Greenwood's on track back to save his life. Obviously, he's not, a winger. He's a striker. Bless him. I'm gonna go Martial up top because my boy loves a goal against Man City, and I can't wait for him to bag tomorrow. I'm gonna go Rashford on left because we haven't got anyone else. No, but Rashford, to be fair to him, he loves a goal as well against a big club, so to speak.
Come on.
And then what? Sonic's going in the team. Get him in, dust him up, get him on the pitch, man. Listen, all you gotta do, get the ball onto the wing. Mendy, if he's playing or whoever's playing their left back, Cancelo, he can't defend. The guy's gonna be all the fucking further up the pitch. Get a ball in behind. Sonic, run onto it, square the ball, Martial tap in, job done. Just part the balls. And then Rashford the second. We've got the win. Martial, Rashford. Lightweight, boys. We're winning this. We're winning league. Fuck it. I've said it.
Come on,
we're winning league, boys. Come on. Let's go. Right. Let's get our score predictions in. Cody, don't look surprised, man. It's all right, man. Don't we? We got passion, as you would say. Cody, what's your score prediction, mate? Let's wrap it.
2-1. City.
2-1. To who?
To City, nah.
Nah, he's playing. He ain't serious.
No, Coach is the truth. Coach
What
is the truth. No, it's the
No,
truth.
I'm deadly serious.
You picking against United?
Nah. Maguire
Bro.
disaster class. I agree.
Bro, ask Usman. I've never. There's only been one time in my whole life, even that I've done this.
Yeah.
I don't have faith that Ollie's gonna see this through properly, man. So I'm going.
Wow.
I'm going to.
That ain't got nothing to do with delusion, bro.
Nah, that's not delusion, man. To be fair, if City are winning, it's not going to be 2-1. It'll be like 4-1, and it's not going to be 2-1. Sean, what do you reckon? What's your score prediction?
Yeah, I mean, just if I was going to be completely honest, it could go any way. I mean, we could get beat. We could hold 6. I mean, it is what it is. But that's not me. I don't have. Listen, 3. I'm United Agenda FC. It's 3-1 all day for me. We slapping them.
Come on.
3-1.
Harris, what's your score prediction?
2-1 to United, but Maguire disaster class is Kojo's result. I can't lie. Brother, I don't care.
Ayo, Harris. If he has a disaster class, me and you have to come on the review and we have to kill him.
Come on, I'm all for that, bro. I'm all for that.
Make you come on the fan calling show, yeah? Make you come on.
Come on, bro.
Oh,
I got
God.
you.
Listen, Ali, what you saying? What's his score prediction, man?
I'm going 2-0 City.
Oh,
Right.
Oh, we're not even scoring. Jeez.
Nah, we're not
God
scoring.
damn.
Yeah. Fair
It's gonna be
enough.
hard tomorrow, man. It's gonna be a hard watch.
What you saying, De Bruyne masterclass, then, yeah? De Bruyne lightweight.
Yeah,
Right, we got coming
yeah.
from Usmaan. You say square it, but that's the problem. He done that twice, getting in behind. He couldn't square it to Bruno. And Martial already done that. United win 4-2 in my opinion.
This guy needs
Mohammed
sleep.
Tamiz Abdul Sattar. You're a smoke. Oh, God. That's what DT said they're going to beat Spurs 4-2 as well. Them mans didn't score. But listen, I'm going to keep it 100 with you guys. I think this is going to be my night victory. Now, to be honest, if City beat us, it's not going to be 2-1. They're going to slap us. So, because we can't defend to save our lives. However, I've got faith in Ollie and Park the Bus FC, my passionate friends, to do the job. Play the ball to flipping Greenwood on the right wing. Step over, near post. Edison loves a howler against Manchester United. He's got a nightmare.
Come
Martial
on.
McTominay. Listen, we're running it back. 2-1 Manchester United. Martial and Rashford with the goals. Say no more. Boys, drop a like, subscribe to the channel just before we go. I'm going to allow the boys to shout at the socials. Coach, I'm start with you. As always, tell them where they can find you.
Free Me for Podcast on Twitter and on YouTube and on Twitter. Well, I said to it earlier, SoundCloud, all them things there, the audio thing.
Cheer up, boys. We're winning this game, man. Don't worry, man. Cheer up.
Bro, to be honest, I'm just waiting to chop on this, man. So I'm good. Don't worry. And FS Uncut, FS Uncut as well on Twitter and YouTube.
Yeah. Say no more. Sean, where can they find you?
Yeah, on football Twitter, that's me at WWReds_show, because that's the dumb handle that Twitter gave me and I haven't changed it yet. On YouTube, you can get me a Worldwide Red Show, the Yank that you love to love.
Yes, make sure you show that love on the socials. Harris, where can they find you, brother?
First off, big up Usmaan, big up all these, man. You get me. Subscribe to all of them. You get me. You, man, can find me on Harris Rashid on Twitter, but with a 4 instead of an A. It's on the handle here, but you get me.
Yes. The 4 like Danny. If you know, you know. Harris knows what
Oh, come on. Goodbye to the people that loved me. You get me. That's some throwback things, you know. Back in primary school and that. Goodbye to the people that loved me.
That's what Martial's going to be saying when he scores. Say goodbye to the people that hates on me. Ali, where can they find you, my brother?
Instagram and Twitter right here, boys. Instagram and Twitter right here.
Yeah, listen, make sure you go show love to everyone's socials. As I said, Martial's going to be repping D4NNY. Say goodbye to the people that hated on me. Listen, Anthony Martial scores again. I'm telling you now, boys. I'll catch you guys on the watching on tomorrow.
Come